A Jasper man wanted for felony theft is arrested on child molestation charges. The Ferdinand Town Council ponders bids for the purchase of its former police station, and sports with Kurt Gooksell. Those stories and much more are coming up next here on 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. In your news at this hour, a Jasper man already wanted on warrant for theft is behind bars after his arrest earlier today on child molestation charges. Jasper police say they received a complaint accusing 23-year-old Jacob Brewster of inappropriately touching a 6-year-old female. Police say the victim was living with Brewster and the victim's mother at the time of the incident, but the victim is not related to Brewster. Also during the arrest, police discovered that Brewster had an outstanding warrant for Class D felony theft. The theft charge stems from a separate complaint accusing Brewster of taking lottery tickets from a Huck's store in Jasper where he was working. Altogether, Brewster now faces a Class C felony count of child molesting and a Class D felony count of theft. Brewster was taken to the Dubois County Security Center. Last night, the Ferdinand Town Council heard an update on bids for purchasing the vacant former police station building. 4 bids were presented, including one that was a rebid. The 4 bids were the American Legion Post No. 124, who bid $20,000 for the building, Roger Quanti, who bid $42,500 for the building, Curtis Quanti, who bid $52,000, and Curtis Quanti's rebid of $57,400. Bidding on the building will continue through next Tuesday. Town Council President Ken Seacard, while not speaking for the council as a whole, gave his own thoughts on criteria for a winning bid.
A person's going to have to come in, they're going to have to make sure their money's in place, because I think it read that within 10 days after acceptance of the bid, you have to have your money in our hands. So you've got to know what you're doing. You'll have to have your money pretty well handy within 10 days of us accepting a bid. And we'll ask a lot of questions. What are you going to do with the building? What do you plan on doing on the outside? Because it's in a highly traveled area, as I said, so we want to make sure it's being used right.
The Town Council also decided to hold a special meeting next Tuesday, April 16th at 7 p.m. at Town Hall. This meeting will be specifically to review bids on the police station. Also last night, the Town Council approved the Ferdinand Folk Fest Fondo. The inaugural recreational bike ride will take place over the weekend of the Ferdinand Folk Festival, September 21st and 22nd. On the 21st, there will be 3 different bicycle routes around the county for bikers to ride. The short route is 24 miles long, the intermediate route is 32 miles long, and the long route is 50 miles long. All routes will start and end at the monastery. Only the long route will be utilized on Sunday the 22nd. Registration for this event will take place the morning of Saturday, September 21st between 8 and 9 a.m. Eastern Time. All riders must finish their route by 4 p.m. Eastern Time on both days. For more information on this event, visit active.com. Finally, last night, the Town Council approved a bid for the repainting of its water tower. Greenfield, Indiana-based Leary Construction submitted the winning bid of $33,900 with a 3-year warranty. The town has worked with Leary Construction in the past. As a reminder from last night's meeting, this year's originally scheduled chainsaw carving event has been canceled and will not take place. St. Meinrad Utilities will have a groundbreaking ceremony for its water project beginning at 2 o'clock Central Time on Sunday at the Knights of Columbus grounds, followed by a reception in the KFC Hall. The planned work includes building a 110-foot tall, 100,000-gallon water tower to replace the existing 90-foot tall tower that is nearly 50 years old. This is expected to alleviate weak water pressure problems that are being reported in certain service areas. Also, new water lines and more fire hydrants will be added to better serve and protect the more than 200 homeowners and businesses in the unincorporated St. Meinrad community. The approximately $755,000 project will be funded in part by a Community Focus Fund grant awarded to the Spencer County Commissioners by the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs on the utility's fourth grant application. Additional funding came from more than $53,000 in donations from about 70 local businesses and homeowners throughout the Spencer County Community Foundation, and $101,000 of county option tax approved by the County Council. Lieutenant Governor Sue Ellspermann, State Senators Richard Young and Lindell Hume, County Commissioners, and council members and representatives of state and federal officials are expected to attend, along with the Utilities Board of Directors and Right Reverend Justin Duval, OSB, Arch-Abbot of St. Meinrad Arch Abbey. All of the landowners who donated their easements will be recognized, and Laura Harmon, Executive Director of the Community Foundation, will acknowledge the major donors for the project. Other partners and professionals who have had a role in planning the work and securing the funding will also be recognized. The Martin County Sheriff's Department says officers with the department did not make a single alcohol-related arrest during their over-the-limit, under-arrest drunk driving crackdown last month. In all, officers dedicated 4 hours of overtime toward Indiana's annual mobilization against impaired and dangerous driving. Overall, 1 arrest was made during the 17-day crackdown. The Sheriff's Department says citations were also issued for various other violations, including seatbelt violations, speeding, and following too closely. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, there were 609 crash fatalities on St. Patrick's Day in 2010. Of those crashes, 6% involved an impaired driver and/or motorist with a blood alcohol content of 0.08 or higher. Operation Pullover Blitz 74 was supported by federal funding allocated to the Martin County Sheriff's Department from the Traffic Safety Division of the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute. More than 250 Indiana law enforcement agencies participated in this annual statewide enforcement effort, which generally occurs around the St. Patrick's Day holiday. A Sullivan County man missing since February has been found dead in Illinois. Indiana State Police say the body of 36-year-old Shane Porter of Duggar was recovered from the Wabash River near Patton, Illinois last week. According to police, Porter was identified by a coroner using dental records, and his cause of death has been ruled as a drowning, pending results of a toxicology. Porter was last seen on the evening of February 8th, and his family reported him missing when he didn't show up for work later that night. Just before 9 p.m. the same night, a man was seen swimming in the Wabash River in the southern part of Vincennes. Porter's car was later found abandoned 2 days later in a parking area near Memorial Bridge in Vincennes. Coming up after the break, a slight cool down is on the way in your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and Inform featuring Jasper High School senior Marissa Rogers. That's all next here on 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.